Hello. Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Yeah, it's finally time to continue. After I did the first episode and went through all the dialogues, we can finally start to actually go into the game and start with the Forest of the Fallen Giants. Oh, I'm so excited to play Dark Souls 2 again. Seriously. And I'm also thinking of bringing back my green screen for recording, because the square really does take a chunk out of the video, in my opinion. It's too much. My personal opinion. Many people prefer normal webcams with frames and stuff like that, but I'm a green screen man. I'm German. Germans always use green screen in their videos. Most of them. And yeah, I think I like that more, but it also means that I have to move my camera to the bottom again, probably sitting right next to the soul counter. Maybe not in the first few episodes, but later on I will change it to that. Okay, human effigies, homeward bones, souls. Everything nice. Forest of Fallen Giants. Ah, I'm finally back. Life gem. Damn it. Okay, now I got it. Oh, and I messed up the timing. I messed up the riposte. Doesn't matter. Whoa, hey. Throwing knife, that's nice. Bandit's knife, okay. Always gotta be careful with these homing arrows. Ah, come on. Yeah, the arrows in Dark Souls 2 are the most dangerous. They have such a homing function, that's incredible. The curves they sometimes take. Right, there's one with an arrow, with a bow. And there's no one coming against me. Oh, Dark Souls 2. It's so interesting how extremely different Dark Souls 2 and Scholar of the First Sin actually are. You play completely different in both games. Ah. I recently started Scholar of the First Sin just for fun. Played a bit of the start and the Forest of the Giants especially. That's why I'm extremely used to the Scholar of the First Sin version of the Forest of Fallen Giants. So it's interesting to see the other side of it again. Let me just see. 51%, 39%. I don't know. Let's get naked for this. Just so that we have the farthest jump. Because how far you jump and how much fall damage you get depends on the weight you have. But that's something that every Souls player knows. Just for everyone who's new to the Souls games and watching this, which I can't imagine, because if someone is new and wants to get into Souls games, Dark Souls 2 is probably not the first game they would look into. Which is sad. Okay, we have the Hide Knight. I really like them scattered around, like in the normal Dark Souls 2, but I also like the Skull of the First Sin version where they are at the Flaming Tower. And they are dangerous, that's true. Throwing knives really do the job here. And I like that these versions definitely drop their weapon to 100%. In Skull of the First Sin it's kind of random. But the other part, on Skull of the First Sin you also can get their armor, which you can only get in the normal Dark Souls 2 in New Game Plus. And since they don't respawn, it's really annoying to farm their armor. You need a lot of bonfire aesthetics. No one on the right. Interesting. And I really like all the different animations for backstabs and parrying. That's a really cool thing, I think. Instead of, like in basic Dark Souls 1 and 3, just a stabbing. I like that most weapon kinds have different animations. And the buckler, which we can't use yet because I think it needs 13 dexterity. Yes. And the short bow needs 12, I think, so... Skull of the First Sin, someone is walking around the corner. In a normal game, someone is sitting here. It's the small differences that make the game. I must say, Skull of the First Sin does add some cool new stuff, like better lighting and shadows, and new enemies, some cool new positions like for the Hide Knights and stuff. But sometimes the enemy positions are really stupid. I'm not happy with... Let's try this. Carefully, keep the stamina. Oh no, wait, it wasn't here. The Crystal Lizard was here in Skull of the First Sin. In the original Dark Souls 2, it's down to the boss. And now we have the hand axe, which is better for hunting crystal lizards because of this attack. It just goes straight to the bottom. But we stay with the broadsword. Another funny thing, when I first played this game, I played through the entire game just with the broadsword. The broadsword is just such a wonderful weapon in Dark Souls 2. Not in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 I was really disappointed in the broadsword when I played it. But in Dark Souls 2, one of the best weapons. Also in Dark Souls 3. Which made me really angry that the knight in Dark Souls 3, the knight class, starts with a longsword instead of a broadsword, while in the first two games he starts with a broadsword. That's not okay.
Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
Just see this. Why are her hands foggy? Yeah, we're gonna buy something. Actually. We definitely need this and this. That's 5,000. Uh, 6, 5, 8, 9, 5.
Thank you.
Okay. Not enough yet. Let me just... So that we at least... 90, okay. That we at least get the 3 human effigies. Are you climbing up? Okay. You can basically redirect if you want to put it like that, but you can like parry or redirect the bombs that fly towards you by simply hitting them. That's always fun. A mechanic most people just don't know. Okay.
Don't abandon a poor old woman.
Okay, now we only need to buy 1 life gem and the bomb.
Thank you, kind.
That's it. Let's rest and then we're gonna get the fire longsword. But first we gotta deal with this guy. Okay. 3 life gems? Life gems are always nice. Oh, I love life gems. Seriously. They should have brought them back in Dark Souls 3. for an Elden Ring. I don't care. I just want more life gems. Okay. What's in here again? Hollow soldier helm. Okay. We just go in and then we go out again. Yep. I want to have enemies following me into the cave. The cave is dangerous enough. Door iframes was necessary. Fire long sword. Oh yeah, 10 dex. Okay. But that's a really good starting weapon. Healing some fire damage. There's something here in Dark Souls 2? No, I think just in Skull of the First Sin is something here. Okay. Then we got everything important. Whoops. That I hit the wall saved my life, I think. An effigy. Ah. Oh no, I wanna try it. Okay. You gotta throw at me. Okay, I'm not gonna die because of stupidness right now. That's the way I die in Dark Souls most of the time. It's like 45% stupidness, 45% gravity, and 10% everything else. Okay. Lady? Give me a life gem and a bomb. And that means I have paid 10,000 souls to her, which means... which means I get this now. Go to Silver Serpent Ring +1. Okay.
Lonely times these are.
And now we get a lot more souls. Let me just see. This dude over here gave me 90 souls. Now he gives 108. That's solid. And we can unlock the house of the blacksmith.
I'm a blacksmith. Bring.
Okay. Got that. And the short bow.
Ah, yes, very good. Now I can get to work. But first, let me set up. Come again later. Ah, yes, very... Now.
Okay. I picked up some more souls. That's good. Maybe I can level up. Definitely can level up.
Is that a shard you found? Here, just help.
One more Estus. And let's see, I can do 2 level. Yeah, I guess in dexterity. That's where I gotta go for now. Till I reach 13. Oh. Oh, you... The Dark Souls 2 ragdolls aren't as goofy as in Dark Souls 1, but they still have their moments. Oh yeah, it's these guys up here. I pretty much forgot about that. Skull of the First Sin, it's way more dangerous to go this way. Let me just... I don't know if he will open it, so I'm open it myself. I'm gonna take him down with... Whoa! Hey. I prefer to open it myself. I hate. Those are the worst kind of enemies that use spear and shield. Just annoying to fight against. Okay, now on to the next NPC. Stop shooting arrows at me. Okay, down here in this cave we should have the map guy. I don't know what he's called in English. I don't mean his name, I mean his, let's say, job. I don't know. Map maker, what do you call that? Cartograph in English.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask?
Oh, well,
Well, that's a good
it
question.
seems to be the same.
When I first came into this forsaken land,
Cartography.
it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus.
That's a
But
bad
I
sign,
do know
bro.
one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait. No, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here.
Imagine how cool Dark Souls could be if you had dialogue options for NPCs when you talk to them. Like to him, you could say different things, but only saying that you're interested in maps would give you the key to the mansion.
Incredible, really, isn't it? Such
It would be interesting.
To be chiseled in stone.
Would bring another layer of depth into the game.
Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please. I'll be back in Majula soon. Perhaps we will meet again and discuss maps at our leisure. I'll be back in...
Okay. We got the mansion key, which will bring us some cool new items. Wait, someone else firing at me? Oh yeah, I think there's someone down here. But I want to first go down this way. I can hear the bow, yeah. Because of the Titanite shard. Okay, and I think there should be one more item in this tower that I jumped across. It's down here. Oh, there also is an enemy. Is a torch. What's my torch timer? 15 minutes. Oh, it's so hard to tell if I prefer the torch in Dark Souls 2 or how they did it in Dark Souls 3. Rather a weapon or a key item with a timer. I mean, you get more than enough time to to light everything with the torch, so the timer is not really a problem if you pick up the torches. But what is really cool, where did he come from? And aww, dang. What's really cool is that you get some interesting possibilities with the timer torch. Like, I've seen some people making torch runs where they play through the game, starting in things betwixt, lighting the torch, and they have to complete the game before the torch ever runs out. Damn you. Ooh. A bunch of these soldiers are really strong. When there's only one of them at a time, you can easily take onto them, but when you have multiple, that's where the fun begins. Okay, open up. Is there just one or are there two? In Skull of the First Sin there are 2 or 3. Okay, there are here as well multiple ones. How did he block during that attack? Okay, it's always 3. Let's go. Life ring, large titanite shard. That's where we got the Pharaoh's Lockstone. To see what's behind this wall. But what is behind this wall, we will see in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again next time to Dark Souls 2. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.